Hello and welcome to World Creativity Day 2021. My name is Neeraj Shakir and I am a design thinking consultant, educator and coach, and the local leader for London. I hope you're as excited for World Creativity Day as I am. The biggest festival of creativity will take place on the 21st and 22nd of April. And we have more than 120 cities from around the world participating and bringing you talks and activities from some of the most creative minds across all disciplines. A global event at this scale is only possible because of the hard work that local leaders are putting in cities around the world. And one such local leader is Saira Sayed, all the way from Dubai. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Neeraj. Hello.
How are you?
I am good. I'm good, and I hope the same for you.
Yeah, I'm great, thank you. It's Friday here in London today, so I'm pretty relaxed.
Yes,
Great.
it's the
So
weekend here as well.
awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I am actually really excited to learn bit more about you and all the activities that you have planned for us in Dubai. So, Saira, tell us a bit about yourself and what do you do?
Absolutely. So, I identify myself as a proud person of determination. Person of determination is a term given to people with disabilities by the government of Dubai, government of UAE actually. And I work for a company that wants to create a hub, a platform for people of determination to connect. And primarily, I work as a business development director, and I want to work towards creating equal opportunities for people of determination in employment, specifically adding accommodations to the employers. That mindset of looking beyond the disability and looking at the ability for people with determination, that is primarily what I'm working towards. But as a local leader here in Dubai, I'm trying to bring all the people of determination who are in the community to come and create a talk about how they are taking their ability forward through their creative mindset.
That sounds really fascinating. Um, Tell us a bit about the connection between determination and creativity. How does that work?
Absolutely. So, as an able-bodied person, you face obstacles, right, in your day-to-day activities. As a person of determination living with a disability, I speak for myself here. I not only have to overcome my disability through my determination, but I also have to overcome the barriers put in place. So, how I come with it creatively is looking at with the humorous side of things, and I have to be really creative in the mindset that I have. Whenever we face some sort of barrier that is put in place by the society, we as community of people with disabilities sit together and decide that it's not so bad after all. We have that privilege of living in a developed country which has a lot of accessibility in place, and we are trying to live our lives with a creative mindset.
Hmm. And speaking of the creative mindset, what does creativity mean to you personally?
Creativity for me is being open about how I express myself, not only expressing myself creatively but also including everyone. So through my work and whatever I do, my creativity is writing, and I like to be really creative when I write something. And I have a blog that I do write for the website, and that is how I show my creativity, letting people know that, hey, come on, it's not so bad after all.
Hmm. And that's a great story to hear. And how? So tell us a bit about creativity in Dubai and in what kind of forms does it take there?
Absolutely. So I'll tell you a little bit about the inspirers that we have on board for the 2021 year for the World Creativity Day. I have with me a person who uses a wheelchair, and how he creates his art is by using a joystick from his wheelchair. He uses a car that he can, it's an electric car, and he uses it to paint. So through his wheelchair and that electric car, he's able to create art sitting on his wheelchair on the floor. I have an inspirer who is with hearing differences. He cannot hear, he cannot speak, he has communication differences as well. How he expresses himself is through art again. He uses photography, he uses digital graphic designing to express what his mindset is really about. So that is what I can tell you about how Dubai is creative.
Wow. I have to say, I'm super excited about all these inspiring stories coming from Dubai and all around the world, which I never knew existed before, right? It's only when one meets people like yourself that, for example, I get to hear about these stories, and that's something I'm super excited about. And how do you use creativity in your own life?
I really have to answer that from my perspective. When you are sitting down and you think about the things that you would like to change and things you would aspire to change, there is only so much a human can do. And creativity comes in place when you are at the lowest point of your life, but you want to pick yourself up, and you sit down and you start thinking. And for me, the words play a major role. What I read, what I put out, that is how I pick myself up.
And I think that's very important what you mentioned around the kinds of work that you read, that you kind of absorb, that can also help you think differently, right? So obviously, like, you are a leader within your community. So what made you decide to become a local leader for World Creativity Day?
So the platform that the World Creativity Day has, it's so easy and it makes automation like no other I've ever used. I first initially thought that it's going to be so hard. I have to invite 13 inspirers. I have to add all these volunteers. But the platform changed my mind after the initial meeting when Felipe showed us the platform and how easy it was and how the automation works. I think that after that meeting, I was like, Felipe, sign me up for being a leader. I don't want to be a vice leader anymore. I want to be the leader.
Great. That's great to hear that you're having a really positive experience with the platform. And what's been your experience being a local leader so far?
When I started inviting inspirers, that was really changing. Like the inspirers that I've mentioned, they were like, so really, you're going to invite us for this? And I'm like, yes, you're going to be invited for this, and you have to create, inspire and create an activity. And they're like, so people are going to look at them and they're going to participate for it. I'm like, yes, you do have that option to come on board. So you see, there is this disconnect that people of determination do have with global platforms like World Creativity Day, where their activity will be showcased for all over the globe to people to come and participate. So that is what I really find very, very positive.
Mm-hmm. So you've had a pretty positive response to your request to reach out to people and ask them if they want to participate.
Absolutely. And when it's virtual, when they can upload their activity virtually, that also is a great help, because they don't have to go anywhere, they don't have to leave their safe space, and they can create their activity and upload it on the platform virtually. That also has helped a lot to have that connect actually with people during this pandemic.
Mm-hmm. And what can the Dubai community and also the global community look forward to in terms of the activities you've planned for us?
Absolutely. So we will be having talks, as well as we'll give you a little snippet of how a person of determination living differently, coming over all the barriers, can also be equal in the sense of they are equal members of the society who are creative, who can show that their creativity is just different, but it's same.
Mm-hmm. And do you think creativity can create a more equal society and world?
Absolutely, absolutely. So when you are putting out something in the world, and if you take out the artist's name, or if you take out any information that you are putting out, like if you just put out the creative and not give the other information about the artist or what their background is, people do notice the creative, right? People notice whatever that is put out, whether it be an art, whether it be a story. The creativity comes out in a form like that. There is no judgment. When you look at a painting, you're looking at the painting, you don't care about the artist, it's just the painting, right? So in that way, if you think like that, people of determination are also the same. They want their work to be seen and not their disability per se.
Hmm. And I think that's a really good point. And it's really nice to hear like your point of view and the mindset that you have around creativity and how especially it's there to empower people, right? People otherwise who might get ignored by society and your communities. We're basically giving them the tools and the techniques to say, hey, I can create things of value to you, right? I'm also a valuable member of the society. And that's what's so like nice to hear about your story. How did you learn and adopt that mindset or the creative mindset that you currently have? Like, will you tell us a bit about like, yeah, was it through schooling or through your upbringing or what was it?
So I am a person of determination, like I mentioned. I live with mobility difference. So I live with muscle weakness disease. That is gradually, my muscles are getting weaker. So I was diagnosed at 16, and I was told that, hey, you'll be in bed by 30. You won't be able to move your arms. You won't be able to walk. You won't be able to do anything. And at that point of time, I was like, what choice else do I have other than being, that positive person who gets to live their life? So every year I lose a little bit of my mobility, whether it be, making a cup of tea for myself. I was walking, I was dancing, I was doing everything, and now I use a wheelchair full time. And it was gradual for me to have that mindset, because when you're facing with a lifetime of disability at 16, if you don't have that mindset, for me, I'm speaking for myself, if I didn't have that mindset that, hey, today is all you have got, you have to live your life to the fullest, if I
Hmm.
wouldn't have that mindset at that time, I think it would have been really very difficult for me to be so positive today.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine what your life, must have been like having to go through that experience. Um, so all I can say is thank you so much for sharing your story and giving your best to spread your mindset and the way you want to add value to your community, to the world, pretty much. And I'm sure whoever's watching this right now is very much looking forward to hear those stories that'll be coming out of Dubai and from your inspirers. Um, what would you like to say to people who are watching right now in terms of World Creativity Day and how they can get involved and when?
Absolutely. So, to become a volunteer or inspirer, all you have to do is visit the website and you'll have all the information there. But also have a look at the amazing creative activities that are going to be together for 2021, and have an amazing time participating in those creative activities.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Saira. It's been lovely speaking with you. It's been so inspiring for me hearing your story and also all the work that you've been doing not just within World Creativity Day, but just within your community in terms of using creativity to empower your community. And that's such a heartwarming story to hear. And I'm definitely excited to hear about everything that you've been putting together for us. And thank you so much for joining. And thank you to for joining us in this little chat we had with Saira tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you're also as inspired as I have been, and hope you've also marked your calendars for the 21st and the 22nd of April 2021 for World Creativity Day, which is going to be the biggest global festival of creativity. And we will see you then. Until then, have a good day and good night.